Now then everybody, it's Dan from Physique.com, so this is going to be the talking bollocks on the bike. Before I get into it, I'm just going to quickly mention MusclePack. They sent me a box and they're doing a promotion at the minute. If you use the code HPMUSCLE, pretty certain that's what it is, you can get the smallest pack for $4.95 delivered. So it's a good way to try them out if you're interested. Next month they're also going to be doing, they're introducing customizable packs, you know, so you can actually pick what things you want to have in the pack, so to speak. So keep your eye out for that, but there you go. Anyway, let's get straight into it. I'm fucked already, mate. I'll start with the couple of questions that popped up on the Facebook first, and then I will try and whiz through all the ones on the Yootoobz. I might split this video up into parts, or I might just make it one big one. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's go. Vipul Madan asks, are you a wizard? Yes. Easy enough. Will Rogers. What is the secret to eternal happiness? I believe the secret to eternal happiness is to basically just find enlightenment in yourself. Always doing what makes you happy without hurting others and all that shit. I think basically that is how you come to eternal happiness. Something like that. Alberto Esparza, what's your opinion on refeeds while cutting and how often? Cheers, mate. So a little bit of a technical one, this one. For me personally, all I ever did with my cuts was, if I found that I was getting a little bit weedy in the gym, very tired, I would just smash in a shit ton of carbs, like probably add in an extra 200 grams of carbs, so you're looking at like what, 800 calories. Or I would just alter around with the macros and have a lot more carbs, slightly less on the old protein, just for one day, just to try and keep the protein and fat, sorry, just to keep the calories the same, but just to get that lovely juicy sugar flowing through your body and getting everything full up and ready to go again. Generally, as often as you feel you need them. As long as you're losing weight, then you're laughing at you. If you're doing them and you're not losing weight, you're no longer cutting, you're just taking the piss and maintaining. So for me personally, indicators was dropping strength and just looking flat, feeling flat. So that's when I decided it's a good time to munch some carbs. God almighty. Anyway, onto the Yootoobz. London Sneaks. What football team do you support? I need a new one to follow after watching West Ham get beat 6-0 and 5-0 in the last two games. Well, I don't really follow football, to be honest. It's not really my thing. But I'm from Hull, so I support Hull City. And they're doing pretty well at the minute. So it's not a bad team, not a bad time to be supporting them, so put it that way. Hull City all the way. Mr. Meanly, seen as fat guy, skinny wallet, big Khalif. Seen as though you never got around to answering my question, I'll pass it on to you. Do you think, what do you think to the ancient astronaut theory? I had to quickly look this up. I sort of had an idea of what it was. It's the theory behind that all of our modern day deities, like all your gods basically, were actually aliens that visited Earth. Like things like the Egyptian gods, all them, they were actually aliens. And to be honest, I'm all for it, mate. I think that, I definitely don't think that we're the only people out here. You know, I think people that do think that are pretty narrow-minded, to think that we're the only existence in the universe. So I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, the shit that you see, all the hieroglyphics and stuff, I won't be surprised if they are. Anyway, haven't you seen Predator? Alien versus Predator, that's what happens. Yeah, you should get everything from Hollywood. Teaches you everything. Someone Movement Fitness. Favourite YouTube channel besides mine, of course. I've got many favourite YouTube channels. Basically all the people I follow, and they interact with me and I interact with them. I like them all. I have to admit, probably my favourite channel to watch is Mark Bell's Super Training, TV. I think Mike Bell's commentary is just fucking out of this world. He's a funny bastard. And if you don't listen to his Powercast on, you know, the iTunes podcast thing, you should definitely listen to it. It's good. It's just, they interview loads of people and they just have a good crack, and it's a good laugh, and I always think it's funny as fuck, so go check that out. It's a Mark Bell Powercast. Southern California, where did you get the shirt? Oh, I've already told him. I got it from Mr. Olympia. Anthony Intensity, what's your favourite meal, healthy or not? That's not important. Also, your favourite YouTube channel. Well, we just answered that one, but favourite meal for me has got to be pizza or curry. Probably pizza. I just fucking love pizza. Don't matter what type it is. As long as it ain't got mushrooms on it, I fucking love it. Generally, I go for a spicy hot shot. Ralph Felix, who do you hate the most on YouTube and why? Besides Mike fucking Chang, of course. He changed the question to who's the hottest celebrity you would not bang? Please don't say Mike Chang. Mike Chang. I just would not bang him, he's too hot. But basically, I don't really have any channel that I hate so much on YouTube. There's a lot of people that I think are dicks and full of shit, and just generally tend to be talking out their asses. We ain't going to point no fingers or name no names, but at the end of the day, what am I doing here? I'm sat talking bollocks on the bike. I've got a video camera, a mic. Anybody can get on YouTube and start talking out their ass. You know, you don't blame people for doing that. So generally I just try to do on my channel, I try to, if I'm going to give people some information or pointers, I usually try to say things that has helped me out or I've discovered it, rather than just Google something and, you know, try and recite it, because you'll know straight away if I'm talking out my ass, because you can tell that it's not naturally coming from me. And it's the same for a lot of channels. You'll watch them and you just think you're just reading this from Wikipedia, you know what I mean? So it's just them type of channels. Kenny the Giant said, good stuff, bro. Well done. Naxis 5000, worst training routine you have tried and why? I'd have to say, like, I mean, I've only really done growth stimulus training, 5-3-1, and now started doing cube method. I also did the Masenko bench routine, which I highly rate. It's a little bit intense in the sense that if your recovery is not on point, you're fucked, basically. So I've got to eat a lot and rest a lot. I don't really have a worst training routine, I guess, because they've all been alright. Maybe a bro split back in the day, before I got into training properly. That's probably the worst training routine, like one where you're just training arms and curls and all that shit. So, there. Number 2, your favourite YouTube channels. I've answered that one. If space money was not an issue, what items would you like to add to your home gym? Answers for improving training, and so nothing that includes strippers. Unfortunately, you would increase your subscribers with the strippers. It's mainly space that's a problem for me, but I've managed to fit most things in. I've made the homemade reverse hyper, although I would like, if I could have the space to have a permanently fixed reverse hyper, I would rather use that. I wouldn't mind a leg press, just because it's a good exercise. It's not something I ever really used to do, but I wouldn't mind having it. Mainly because it's good for helping with doing calves, you know, if you want to do heavy calf raises. That's it really. I don't really want any other gear. I've got the glute ham now, so that's good. Cheers for that. Should we do a part 2? Yeah, let's cut to a part 2.